Get ready. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Casen. Today was great. And I want to have you do a little recap and we'll make that available to our members. So if you would just share kind of what you talked about today, that would be wonderful.
Yes, so thank you so much for having me. And I know I had so much fun with our group this morning. And what we talked about were simple, healthy habits that you can do, especially right now with everything going on in our world. And one of the biggest things, and I have lots of notes here that we were taking this morning, is we really talked about our water consumption, because I know right now that's one of the big areas that either you may be lacking in or maybe you're being really focused in. So your goal is half of your body weight in ounces of water every day. I know I have my water right here, and this morning we had a lot of people holding up their waters as well. Half of your body weight, there we go, in water every single day. That's really important because 85% of your body is water, and that's really important for your immune system.
I'm going to stop you right there because I'm going to ask you a question we didn't get into, but do you recommend a certain type of water?
I do, and I get this question a lot because I think there's a lot of misinformation about water, and in that there's filtered water, there's tap water, there's alkaline water, there's distilled water, there's flavored water, there's electrolyte water. I never really thought that we would be confused over water, but it's truly what's happening.
There's CBD water.
CBD water.
Yeah.
We should create a water together, Yolanda.
I love it.
But I recommend to be simple. So there's always good, better, best. The best would be if you had an opportunity to do something like reverse osmosis water. The reason why is it's a filtration that goes through 7 steps, 10 steps to filter out any impurities like chlorine, fluorine, bromine, other factors like that. I know my husband and we have something called iSpring, and you can get that on Amazon, and I typed it in the chat there, but iSpring, and it's a little spout that you put that's separate. But I have a lot of people that they like the pure zero water filters. They have a Brita, they have something on their fridge. That would be better than the municipal or tap water, and the reason why is because the chlorine, fluorine, and bromine in the water that they treat the water with, that's really detrimental to our health. And that's something I know we didn't get a chance to talk about this morning, but it impacts our thyroid, our hormonal health, our brain health. So really doing some type of filtered water would be best.
Awesome. And then you talked about adding Celtic Sea Salt.
Yes, so Celtic Sea Salt, this is a mineral, and I sprinkle 1/4 of a teaspoon in my water every single day for minerals, and that's your homemade electrolyte water. So I just saved you like $5 on homemade water. And then even to advance that, you put a little squeeze of lemon or lime in it.
Stop it, girl.
It's a good mix for you, right?
You just put LaCroix out of business, girl.
LaCroix in those sparkling waters, yes, you can do that as a beverage option, but you don't want to be too many of those, because I've had in our practice, a lot of people have kidney stones and kidney challenges because of too much carbonated beverages, even with sparkling water.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know. All right. So I didn't mean to stop you, but I wanted you to talk about some of those important things. All right. So after the water.
So we talked about vegetables, green leafy vegetables, and Yolanda, we were talking the other day too. We were laughing about this. Is there are plenty of vegetables out there. If you go to the grocery store right now, walk around the outside perimeter. Organic is always best, because if it's not organic, they spray it with all these chemicals. I know we were talking about the chef's garden, Imperfectly Perfect, different opportunities to support local and have these vegetables delivered to your home. I know a couple of the women this morning had some great ideas in regards to their process of keeping their homes clean. And I know this morning someone shared having a separate table, even anything that you bring out of a grocery store or your mail, you put it on the table to evaluate it, maybe air it out, clean it prior to bringing it into your home. I know a lot of people are fearful out there of, are they going to get compromised, or what's going to happen? But I know that your water, your vegetables, your sleep, your exercise, believe it or not, decreasing stress, breathing,
Mm-hmm.
All of these things are so important for your immune system. And really taking and grabbing and taking control of your health right now, this is really the best time to make change because everyone's in it together. We're all changing. And a lot of people going to workout classes and they like going to these community things because we're together. Well, truly, we're all in this together.
Yes, yes.
If you don't have someone to walk with or you need some encouragement of people exercising, just look outside because I know when I've been going outside walking, I've never seen so many people outside and families playing outside than right now.
Yes, it is awesome. I also love how you talked about there's a balance. There is an importance in being safe rather, and taking safety precautions, absolutely, but not to operate in fear. And I think that's really, really valuable advice.
Yes, and I know one of the takeaways that you shared, Yolanda, was how I was talking about that we are all essential because there's this separation right now if you're an essential business or a non-essential business. And as the Drugless Doctors, me practicing right now across from Crocker Park, we are essential because we're helping people stay healthy and keeping them out of the hospitals and out of the emergency rooms and working on true health with them. But I want everyone to know that we're all essential in this. So your attitude when you wake up in the morning and the words you speak and the intentions that you have, even when you're walking outside to get your garbage, something as simple as a wave or a smile or a thank you. We were talking about thank you notes and we were talking about creation this morning. Some people have started making cards. I know another person was talking about how they're playing the ukulele. Someone else is learning Spanish. Someone else is just starting doing puzzles and Zumba for you, Yolanda, teaching classes. I want you to really shift how you're thinking right now rather than being victim. And I think a lot of people feel victim in their health too. We're not victims. We have full control of how we choose to respond to this. And being, yes, responsible, prepared, and safe is very important. But I think that being kind and loving and having grace and patience with people, it could be easy for you to be short-tempered.
Yeah.
But really sharing the love with people. People really are looking for love right now. And maybe you don't have the tools to help them, but really reaching out in your network to say, hey, can anyone direct me to this spot, or does anyone know someone that does this service? And it's okay to be perfectly honest that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this, but let me find out if I have someone in my network, and that person might not even know, but they would have someone else in their network. And then you've really truly been a light in that person's life to even take the initiative to try.
Absolutely. All right. So what's after, where did we end? What were we, I think I put you off on a tangent there, but we talked about water. We talked about,
we talked about water. We talked about exercise. We talked about food, and I wanted to talk about sleep too, because right now, sleep and having a schedule, whatever that looks like for you, is really important because your goal really is to be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Now for you, it might seem like maybe people are getting more sleep, less sleep. It looks different for everybody, but the sleeping at nighttime is really important. I know I have found myself sometimes being up later on social media, maybe even doing business things later because maybe you can, or you feel the need that you need to do that, but you're going to be more effective and more efficient in your personal life and professional life when you're sleeping at night and then awake in the morning when everyone else is going to be operating typically in the morning or the mid-afternoon time.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to throw in there?
Yeah, I'm going to send you this little outline, which I have all the tips on here.
Yay, awesome.
We talked about, and one thing I did want to mention, especially being a woman, and we're talking about prevention, is we do have our breast thermography service coming up in our Westlake office, and this is a non-invasive approach to breast health. It does not replace a mammogram. It's looking functionally at your breast, at the lymph function. It's about whole body health. And women as early as 25 can start doing this as a preventative tool. And I have all the information on our website, if you go to druglessdrs.com and if you click the tab that says breast thermography, I even have a video of information, testimonials, and I do encourage everyone to reach out to me personally if you have questions about even your own health, if you're looking for additional resources. And I am a chiropractor, and we work with the brain, the nervous system. We also work with nutrition, and I specialize in pediatrics and pregnancy. But also another component of that is education. And I love donating my time to do free workshops. And that may be a virtual Zoom workshop like we're doing today. It might be a team talk, a business talk, an event. And I love connecting with other people to collaborate on that as well. And I know you have my email, Yolanda, so you can connect my contact information and my email, because I love connecting with people, and even hopping on a Zoom call like this for 10, 15 minutes to connect. I would love the opportunity to do that. And also, I know we did talk about, one thing is, in this time frame, I really want to encourage, especially all of us, is if you need something, to ask. If you need help, rather than thinking about it, stressing about it, and being frustrated about it, talk to someone, ask someone for help. We talked a little bit about mental health today, and I think that if you are looking for a support, a need, please share that information. And social media, there are positives and negatives to it, because I have had people that have maybe changed their status on what's going on, and giving people the update on their emotional status. But I think that it's more effective to personally connect. If there's someone in your life and something's going on, I appreciate the status update, but I think that really, to move through this together, we need each other. And
Yes.
that really could be a FaceTime, a text. It might be standing across the street talking to your neighbor. It could be, when you're going out, like I said, to get your garbage, or you're pulling in the driveway, that kind word. And you might even not know what's going on in that person's life, but you can always be an encouragement. And I think that's really the takeaway from today, is how can you make and help someone be better in this situation? And that could look different for everybody based on where they're at.
Absolutely. I appreciate you so much, and I value that you took your time to really share with us some things that will be so beneficial as we move forward. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Dr. Casen.
Thank you. Virtual hugs.
Virtual hugs.